Yeah, Marvel Snap's newest card is Sandstorm, and this is where I would play the song if I didn't want to get demonetized. Just kidding, I'm a freaking baller. I'm gonna risk it anyway. Let's go. But Sandstorm is a new collectible 2-cost skill. You can get this one right now in the Team Clash game mode if you want. It's got this on reveal. Add 2 rocks to your hand. Give them +1 power for each of your front row characters. So a couple things here, right? Rocks I thought are great in a Patriot deck. So I wanted to try this out with a Patriot package. I also think Victoria Hand could make a lot of sense with this. But I thought Patriot in particular with cards like Squirrel Girl and Rhino and Debris and Mr. Sinister are particularly good at filling out those front row spots across each location, meaning that your rocks often hit like 1/4, 1/5, and just regularly 1/6 in this deck, kind of making Sandstorm like this hood that's generating you these 1/6 demons basically, but also those 1/6 demons regularly go to 11+ power thanks to Patriot, Mystique, Kazar, or Blue Marvel buffs, making them these just like crazy power dumps where you just get to splash like 22 power on the final turn across 2 energy. It can be really hard for the opponents to predict. And you'll note something very unusual for this deck that you don't normally see. I did not include an Ultron. There's no Ultron in here. And that's very intentional because I wanted to make Sandstorm a card that's good to play, you know, around turn like 4 or 5 or whatever, where you can weave this in, of course, before the final turn, which means you need to fill out all those front locations early. And if you like wait on an Ultron to like claim an entire spot, your Sandstorm's not going to be as good. So it's more about tempoing out the rocks and the tokens instead of, you know, dumping the drones late as you might normally do in an Ultron Patriot deck. So, you know, that's why it's kind of built this way. So you have space to play those rocks on the final turn alongside other stuff, right? Weave in a Kazar or play them on turn 5 and then dump a Patriot and Mystique on turn 6. And I have to say, I was a little bit worried about that decision, but after playing this deck today, I really liked the increased flexibility. Sometimes that Ultron line just feels so stuck and so rigid and so predictable that it creates a lot of problems. But this deck introduced a lot more surprise factor and a lot more unpredictability about how things were going to go, which I think really gave it a nice edge sometimes that's a bit different. And I really liked how this one played. I also had a pretty solid run with it. I landed at 7 and 5 with this deck overall, which is pretty great, like up some cubes too. So like nothing crazy, you know, of course it's still sometimes hard to compete against the absolute powerhouses of the meta like Shulao and stuff, but for a deck that's actually very affordable when you look at it, this is a like total budget deck right here. 7 and 5 run is not bad, right around like rank 90 or whatever. That's pretty good for this kind of budget deck with just basically one new card that's a pretty achievable Series 4 at that. I think it's Series 4, but you can never see on these skills. Anyway, I thought this was kind of a cool new look Patriot rock deck that also includes, you know, a buffed card here with White Tiger. This got buffed in the OTA, so fun time to spotlight this one. So did Debris, actually got up to 3/8, both of which felt like great inclusions in this deck. So all in all, pretty cool new spin, a rude Patriot deck, if you will. This one's definitely a lot of fun, and I think you'll enjoy this video. Oh my god, Altar of Death's actually pretty sick for us. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put a squirrel in there. This is a deck where we don't have Ultron, even though you can't see it above me if you skip the intro. So I don't really have to worry so much. Do I play this now, guys? Like, are 1/3 rocks good enough? I mean, we can definitely do better, but like this is a... I mean, I guess even next turn I don't really have anything to do yet. I'm gonna wait. We have time. We have time. That's the whole theory of this deck, is that I have time. I'm not locking myself into an Ultron late type of play. That was kind of the whole idea here. I need to win a second spot though. It's gonna be really hard to win a second spot. Oh my god, White Tiger, huh? Well, maybe we just go ahead and play White Tiger, yeah? Sandstorm with Rhino next turn gets us close. Actually, we could play Rhino left and fill out left with the rock, which also is just more points there, of course. Do not Galactus me, bro. Shauna is actually insane. Wow. Shauna Chamber. What? I don't even know, dude. This is a deck I'm just not familiar with yet. So next turn would be Patriot Sandstorm. Maybe I really do try to win mid though, by the way. Like, Is it worth it to throw away a Rhino? It could be also be Blue Marvel Sandstorm, I guess. We're going Altar of Death. I mean, 2 cards left with a Patriot. It's definitely a lot of points left. No question, right? Do they have an Ultron? I don't know. Black this mid is pretty spooky indeed. We got the rock here, so Sandstorm next turn is going to be chill. This is a Misty Knight, which is hilariously not terrible maybe with a Patriot, right? Like not actually your worst play maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so Blue Marvel Sandstorm here. We get some 1/6 rocks and a Patriot and a Misty Knight. Like, is that going to be enough? Oh, Jubilee's insane. Why are they so good at Altar of Death? Don't be big. Oh, that's too big. Misses on the Galactus. Can we flip this anyway, though? Maybe, man. How big is this chamber? It's like crazy big. Aren't I going to be able to flip mid here with a Patriot for sure? And then left is gaining only 4, though. So you don't flip left is the problem, right? But what if you do? So now left is gaining 4 and 5. Does this win mid, though? Because I'm only going up 8. Only if I snapped Bob. But then if I snap Bob... Well, hold up. No, Patriot's adding more than that. No, we'll be fine, I think, right? Is this actually a win? Hold up, dog. Fin Fang Foom doesn't matter because we're not going for right. We're going for left and mid. Dog, we're going to be fine. Patriot does the job here, dude. This is so sick. Great first game, dude. Great first game. Actually unbelievable. They were really shockingly good at Altar of Death. But somehow we were even better, dude. And the rock coming in clutch, a 110. Like, this is sick, dude. Tiger Spirit feeling great. Man. Great freaking victory. Yes, I'm so excited. Sandstorm already upgraded. Let's go. All right. Hospice, huh? That's, I mean, yeah, we can work with Hospice, actually. That's no problem. Weirdly, Eternity Range, I don't mind, right? Like, I hope we do lose. I hope we lose it. Oh, Merlin here can get some nice boosts. I don't want to have to play a Mystique or a Sandstorm right now. Chimichanga actually also kind of helps on the Sandstorm, though. Mr. Sinister as well. Okay, so this gets us ready for a Sandstorm already. Well, assuming we lose Eternity Range, which may not happen, but I think there's a decent chance. Opponent might turn it off here too, it seems. Debris, nice, dude. We playing a mirror match, bro. We are definitely getting the rock, which normally would be sad, but for our deck is pretty cool. So Sandstorm here plus something, hopefully. I mean, could also just do an Iron Lad for now. If you hit a Squirrel Girl on that, are you a little bit screwed? Maybe a little bit screwed, maybe not totally screwed. But what are you doing next turn? Like, you don't have space for Debris Sandstorm. You would want this to maybe hit like Patriot or White Tiger, maybe even Kazar. But if you don't go Blue Marvel on 5, you never get a Blue Marvel Mystique. I guess this hitting Patriot into Mystique Sandstorm would be the kind of dream. But like, I'm just really not getting a good moment for like turn 6 Blue Marvel plus the Sandstorm rocks, right? Hey, we could maybe shut down a Void. The opponent's gonna have priority probably. Oh my god, we actually actual gods. So that unfortunately does give me priority, which I guess maybe isn't a total disaster. But it does mean probably I'm going to end up with the Void because of the way this Sandstorm's going to roll, right? That is not the right order. I mean, it does get buffed, right? Like, that's pretty cool. So the final turn here is going to be Patriot plus 2 rocks. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great either, but it's not bad. Maybe they don't have the Void play right now. I don't know. Triple Patriot's pretty nuts, though. Like, it's really good mid because of that rock scaling, right? And these rocks will be even, like, crazier mid. Like, 1 will certainly carry mid. Oh, these go for the Polymorph. Okay, that's a little better for us for sure. Now we can definitely dump some power right with a rock. Omniversal hits Dream Dimension. We don't care. That's already over. Rhino into Omniversal again. Starbrand Crater. We're both going to get some extra energy, which actually could make a difference for me. Maybe not, though. I don't know what I would draw that changes much. I guess you could go Debris over Rock, but I don't think you want to, right? I think we are kind of strong enough everywhere here. I mean, this rock is really 12 power, right? Because it's 6 in hand, but it's going to 12. Do we actually really contest left? I think we just give up left, right? I think we go right and mid. I mean, are we really gonna win right? I don't know. We're adding 4. I mean, yeah, probably. These decks don't usually have a ton of points. Yeah, I think we are winning right. Yeah, this is a lot of points. 4 is not that big, because you don't have that many on reveals, right? There's a few with like Rhino and stuff, but he's not that big, right? I think, yeah, we're fine. Patriots popping in here to flip it over. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. 12 power rock, 8 power sinister clone, like 24 power rock mid with Osmos looks obscene. That's nuts. I mean, close for sure. If we'd gone left, I guess we would have also had a 12 power rock left, so we even would have won left as well, and mid. I don't know if it was right to go all 3 across there, but jeez, it gets so big, dude. It's cool. It's actually really cool. Okay, Misty, you've done me well, right? I should have just put the new Mysterio in, guys. I don't know. Sandstorm is cool. Madripoor on double sinister, sick, dude. Oh my god, this is way better than Mysterio. I take it back. In this exact specific scenario. I mean, it is also kind of theoretically better for Sandstorm, but debatably, right? Like, it just depends on how the rest of the board has shaken out. So that's not necessarily true. Okay, we got to get that Patriot back. Opponent lost to Shang-Chi, which is really not good against us. God, we got to get that Patriot back. So I guess I take the rocks now just because I need them to help me fill out Sanctum Infinitum in time. Like, we'll still go Kazar on 4, but then on 5, we'll need to go, like, Iron Lad Rock or something. So we'll take some 1/3 rocks. Not the dream, but solid. Fine. Fine. Spider-Man's gonna start stealing the buff. Of course, that's green power for Spider-Man as well. So is Surge, but... Okay, yeah, Kazar first, I think. Yeah. Iron Lad Rock next turn. That'll make us pretty strong, right? We won't have a ton of like buff ability because only Rock and Misty Knight will be there, but maybe the raw power output will just be fine because Iron Lad and Kazar are pretty big, and like technically Iron Lad could also just hit. Well, no, there's no non-ability cards left actually, so he will not be able to hit. If he hit a Rhino, this Rock would be kind of wasted. But every other card, it's fine. So that's a 1 in 4. We're not going to play for the 1 in 4. We're going to play for the Patriot that we desperately need right now. Actually, I think Squirrel or White Tiger would be the real home run. I guess a Debris is also fine, but Squirrel's just a little better, right? Opponent feeling pretty confident. I cannot blame them. Patriot's back. He's a big boy. Oh, Magic actually gives me some more depth here. I don't know. I don't know if I really value it that much. Debris, okay, like we said, that's fine. Makes me want to put blue Marvel mid to start getting some Madripoor points, but White Tiger would also be pretty nice and big, but we know we're drawing Debris, so. Okay, this would be a finish on Patriot Mystique Rock. I don't know, this is making me kind of weaker mid, of course, but maybe it's enough. I don't know. Warlock is very terrifying, right? Oh my god. That is a 0 cost Red Hulk. Excuse me, sir. There's been a huge mistake. I don't know. Can they win both spots? Probably, yes, but we're going to give it a go, man. I don't know. They're definitely going to win mid with whatever they want. We're just not strong enough. I mean, I think they're going to win multiple spots, but... Like, did that Warlock just hit like everything on the Hulk? I mean, I guess if they have Red Hulk plus She-Hulk plus something, there's just 0 chance we win because we'll never get strong enough left. Our rocks just aren't big enough, right? Each rock is 8 power, I guess, or no, they're already this one. Oh, that's just from this one's actually pretty big. This one's gonna be 3 plus 4 plus 2, so 9 power. Pretty good, but it's not gonna be enough. 9 plus 7 is 60. Oh my god, they only went mid. Are they confident, right? Wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, why are they only mid? That's really, I don't understand what's going on. Maybe there's, wait, is it gonna be like a Killmonger? Like, what's about to happen right now, dude? She-Hulk plus Red Hulk. And just letting the Sunspot roll, but he's not big enough. Oh, unbelievable victory. They misminuted me too, which I don't know why. I feel like I feel like I locked in my turn faster. That usually to me implies slow speed. But anyway, dude, stealing it. Let's go. The Sandstorm rock just big enough at +3. They did not expect me to add, I guess 8 power here. Is that what it was? I think so. Man, let's freaking go, dude. I think it was a cool decision, by the way, to go for the Sunspot. Like, that's a pretty cool decision. Hello, opponent. Fist bumps indeed. Fist bumps all around. Sandstorm here. I wonder how much better this feels with Victoria Hand. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just get kind of bored playing with Victoria Hand all the time. Also, what? Come on, Sinister, you're a turn late. I mean, I guess I don't really play it that much, but I should say, like, I think the videos do a lot worse. Like, I think you guys really get bored playing, seeing Victoria Hand too much. I think this is probably just a really good Victoria Hand card, but I certainly wanted to try it in a Patriot build too. So Kiln is interesting, right? We really want to develop there next turn, but I will say, you know, I have Debris, I have Squirrel Girl. We have ways to get power in there potentially ahead of time. Oh boy. Well, I really want this Patriot. Oh, this Gambit's scary. I mean, it's not active yet. We're gonna, by the way, it might be this turn though, of course, with Valentina. Hopefully it just deletes these two guys, or maybe like a Misty and something. Not one of my Patriots. That's not a created card yet though. Okay, so we have a little minute here to fill in the gaps maybe. Dang, these all suck. Like, this Sandstorm is not gonna be worth it, right? Because you gotta get right, I think. God, this turn just sucks. I need like a Squirrel Girl or something. I don't know. It also just doesn't change the Gambit at all, right? Like, I didn't really make my Gambit any better. Oh God, 3 Gambits next turn. Good Lord, dude. This is not gonna go well, guys. It's a 1 power Gambit too. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Yeah, I can't blame the opponent for snapping. They're basically like guaranteed to delete all of my little guys, right? Because I'm gonna have like 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, which certainly, depending on how the Gambits line up, should clear everything. So then your question is basically like, can White Tiger win? No, because it's only, well, actually it's 10 to 9. Could Iron Lad win somehow? I do have priority. If I got enough, like if I got a Squirrel or Debris, like there is a chance maybe you could win this. It seems nigh on impossible, but maybe there's a tiny chance. I don't know. Just Kazar would be the low roll. Kazar's the low roll. I mean, if it hits the Iron Lad too, though, I mean, like Iron Lad himself is a body, right? So like, I don't even know if it matters though. They're just winning on points. They don't even need the Gambits, dude. That's brutal. They don't even need them. No, what a disaster. They're just winning on points. So yeah, we do hold a little here, right? But it's just too many points. The double Quinjet's just gross, dude. Thanos big enough too to be fine. Yeah. I mean, yeah, good. Yeah, I wonder if they have a Sandstorm in that deck too, right? Like, do you even need it with this whole package is so crazy, dude. The deck looks really, really good. Is it actually top of the meta right now? It seems so strong. Oh my God, Washington, D.C., dude. What a crazy roll. Let's go. Bonus. I love it. That's so much power for us potentially, right? That location seems locked up. So now we just need to win one more spot. That could just be a free +12. It's nuts. Meek from the opponent. Okay, we don't see a lot of Meek these days. MODOK! Oh God, that's a cool variant though, dude. Whoa, really cool border and stuff. All right, so we probably just go, well, I don't know. I really don't want to go Patriot yet. I kind of like Patriot Mystique on 6. Like, I love that you can play this deck almost more like a Cerebro deck where it's that Patriot Mystique later, right? Thing is, like, Sandstorm right now sucks. I mean, Rocket at least fills in the curve next turn if I don't hit a Squirrel Girl. So it's fine. You don't love showing the Patriot early, but it's not a total disaster. Is this a robot? No, that's from Milano. Hey, Squirrel Girl. Nice, dude. Really nice, actually. Okay. Collector's probably smaller than Morbius on average. We know they have the Modocs. I'm going to try to be strong mid and left, right? So I want the squirrel mid, not the... I mean, you could stack the Patriot Mystique as well. Probably safe to do that against a discard deck. Sometimes that's a little scary, you know, play into an Enchantress or whatever. I don't know if a discard deck cares, though, so... Maybe you should have stacked them and built one more strong spot elsewhere, right? So this does feel like a pretty great Sandstorm. Maybe you just throw in a Rhino and you just try to win mid with double Sandstorm. Rocket here might be kind of free. You think the Rhino spot holds for sure, right? You're adding ridiculous amount of additional points. And then it's double Sandstorm Khazar, and that even adds even more points. So that's perfect. I mean, Dagon is scary, but I don't know if we should expect, like, you know, anything crazy out of it. Opponent's going hard on the swarms. So yeah, they don't have a bullseye here, which is nice. Gambit, oh, that could be bad. Khazar hits a squirrel. Okay, that's actually fine. I'll just put the Khazar mid now, just to get more points here. I think Morbius is just too hard to check. I mean, Collector is only gaining 1 per swarm, right? And then, but Dagon's like +4. I mean, this is a lot of points. These are each 10. That's 25 getting added. I only have 1 slot here, so yeah, I think you got to do it this way. Oh, it's even more than that because I got the Khazar buff too, right? I think this will be fine. They're playing Modoc left, I guess, and just trusting they're big enough, but I don't think they ever are. Meat gets big too, but not enough. We actually might have won right too. This is not that crazy of a development here, right? There's no like bullseye loop to make this nuts. That would have made this totally bonkers crazy. Although, my God, they are closer mid than I thought they were going to be. Well, no, 10 points is not that close, I guess. I mean, honestly, 11 points left is also closer than I thought it was going to be. And indeed, a rock right would have won. So either way, really, right? It all works out. But yeah, these are nuts, dude. Just like 111's coming down. It's crazy. That's a lot of points. Misty Knight goes right. That's my logic. Sinister left. Quicksilver for the opponent. Okay. My hat, by the way, is like floating on my head. Subterranea. All right. I mean, listen, we're we're the deck for Subterranea, right? There's ever gonna be a guy to get Subterranea. It's me right now. It's fine. I can live with that. Sandstorm is already probably okay, I think. But you know, we'd like it to be better. Rock right. Or do you just maybe go rock left and take some 1/4s here? I like that White Tiger could win right and that Misty Knight's already out ahead as well. I think you can just take 1/4s here. You know, I just think it'd be too greedy to go otherwise. I wish the Sandstorm count itself, it would be really sweet if it did. Looking at the text of the card. Oh no, it does say characters. Okay, I was gonna say if it said front row cards, I would argue it probably should count, but because it's still there while it's resolving, but it does say specifically characters, so it does not count itself. Would be kind of cool if it counted itself, I guess. I mean, it is sort of true and awkward that, like, do skills really occupy the space? I don't know. It's probably honestly more intuitive this way, but it would be a cool bonus. It would make the card notably stronger for those scenarios where you don't have everything yet. Hey, Squirrel Girl too. Okay. I mean, weirdly, I don't really expect the opponent to be good at Altar of Death, right? So I'm wondering if I should maybe just not put the tiger there and just send the tiger elsewhere to win, you know, elsewhere. These are just for bonus energy, right? There's nothing here. Yeah, they're just throwing cards away for energy. Yeah, okay. How many rocks do they have, and how strong can I get in one more spot, right? Like, can I just farm left here? I mean, my best play anyway is just a rock. Wow, that's a big hit, though. Okay. I'm wondering, like, I'm not really ever winning mid anyway, right? So I think you should put a squirrel here just to, like, double down right, just in case of weirdness. I don't know what that weirdness looks like, but just in case of weirdness, right? I do have priority, so I don't think me playing these does anything. But I'm just thinking, like, mid, yeah, we're like, if I put a rock here, I get +6, I go +8, that's like 14 to 11. Like a single Surtur, basically, you know, I just don't think that ever wins. So I'm saying like, let's just focus down left and right to be safe here. I mean, there's a little more with Kazar maybe. I don't know, but I mean, it's like this is enough to flip anyway, I guess technically, although not enough really to flip against Surtur. So I don't know. I guess it's debatable. I'm just hoping left holds anyway. I'm not really. 21? Is that enough? No, they beat us. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, wait. Tiebreaker. We win the tiebreaker. Mid did not get any stronger. I guess I won the tiebreaker anyway, but I would have just won mid. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Wow. Tiebreaker mid. They just committed to Foom so much, they just didn't really have anything else to do. Wow. I don't know. Maybe we got bailed out here. I don't know. We did draw a couple rocks, so weren't super lucky on draws. Maybe the rock should have went mid, guys. I don't know. Maybe I was too worried about right. It's easy to say until they do something weird, you know? You never quite know what anybody's working with. I don't know. I wouldn't. It's like, I don't know. This looks like a Wiccan deck is kind of what threw me off, right? If I just thought this was like a Surtur big dudes deck, I would think they don't have an answer for Altar of Death, but kind of a Wiccan looking deck with some discounts, you know, I don't know, Legion into something, right? All right, Misty Knight, go get him. Yeah, it's pretty good Sandstorm hand, actually. I wonder if Sandstorm's going to make the cut in Victoria hand decks or not, guys. I haven't really seen any data yet. It's still relatively early. Victoria hand decks. Let's see. Victoria hand. I mean, it's only been 2 days. I don't know if there's enough data yet. Well, I should really just look up Sandstorm, shouldn't I? That's going to be easier. I mean, it's definitely being played in some early lists. Oh, there's other Patriot lists too. By the way, Mysterio is in another Patriot list. So I bet that Mysterio, I talked about this in a previous game. I don't know if it'll make it into the cut or not, but I wasn't sure if the new Mysterio worked with Patriot or not, but it seems to. That's a regular Ultron list, though. I kind of like the idea of Sandstorm pivoting away from the Ultron. I don't know if it's really right or not, but in theory, I like the idea a lot. I think you just want more of that late term flexibility, and like Ultron is such a lock-in. Like maybe he's kind of just free anyway, because there's also sometimes the onslaught in those lists. So it might just be free to sort of, yeah, I think White Tiger Right's actually pretty great. Even if it went mid, I wouldn't feel too locked in. If it goes left, you do feel a little bit more locked in. Because Blue Marvel doesn't exactly have as many spaces to go to, but it all depends on like a Patriot as well. And 9 power is enough too that it does still feel like you're kind of, you know, strong. Even if you lock out left, you're still strong. Oh my god, Patriot. Can you put a Patriot here? White Tiger right, that locks you in left, but like, problem is there's nowhere to put a Blue Marvel. Well, I guess you could go, well, no, it's the same. Tiger needs somewhere to send the Tiger, right? I mean, Patriot's way stronger than Blue Marvel. I only have 3 non Patriot cards, right? These 3. He's kind of, ooh, hello. Maybe I like this a little bit better because then you can Blue Marvel left, and even though your Sandstorms get traded out into some other random Quantum Tunnel things, or excuse me, your Sandstorm, you only get 1 rock. I don't know. Do I really like that better though? I mean, I'm gonna have 2 cards I can play in Quantum Tunnel anyway next turn sometimes. Well, probably not really. Only if I hit Squirrel Girl. Sandstorm doesn't really work. I don't know. I think actually I just like the White Tiger better here. It's Sandstorm's the new card. I have an itch to play the new card, of course, but I don't think it's better. It is going to be a little tough to win mid is the only thing, right? You could arguably put in the Blue Marvel first. But if you hit like Squirrel Girl, you're kind of cooked. I just like the idea that you could maybe grab it back off of either Iron Lad or the Quantum Tunnel itself, right? If you roll the White Tiger into either of those, it's like, I don't know, but you might also, but I mean, if I play the White Tiger, I'm never getting the Blue Marvel anyway, right? It's gone. It's a Quantum Tunnel play anyway on turn 6. So you might as well do it now, put it back in the pool. and then try to rip it back later. Not squirrels. Kazar is good. Kazar is good. Yeah, we like Kazar. Both solidly statted right and a buff left, which could be very important. The opponent may think my power output left is not particularly high. Pretty great Mysterio. Yeah, this is still an illusion. Yeah, we were just talking about this. Yeah, so it does still work with Patriot. Pretty cool. I'm probably like that better than Mr. Sinister then. Yeah, I don't know. It's like in some ways Mr. Sinister's nice because he does fill out the spot. I redrew the Blue Marvel. That's not the example I wanted. I wanted it in the deck still so that White Tiger could turn into it. Now she really doesn't have any good roles. Iron Lad's probably pointless. Yeah, I don't think she has any good roles now. We really wanted that there. There is like a part of me that thinks like, hey, should I just go ahead and Blue Marvel left and like try to win right and mid? But I don't know. It's kind of, there's a few ways to go with this. I'm sure that all kind of makes sense. I think a Tiger Spirit's so big. Iron Lad is nice, but there's just nothing to hit. It doesn't have Mystique doesn't have any targets. It doesn't do anything. Shulao goes mid on the Mysterio. They have the Luke Cage, so both of these Mysterios are going to be big, which sets up a tie. Does it stay a tie? It does not stay a tie. They hit a freaking home run. Yeah, this Shulao and Mysterio interaction is crazy, dude. So it counts as like losing its power. Like it's an affliction, right? Once it swaps, it becomes an affliction, which is weird. It doesn't actually show it as an affliction on here. So what that means is that Luke Cage buffs, they both end up with the stats. So like if you send this one to 18 and then swap the stats, it sees itself as having lost 18 points or whatever. And then Luke Cage brings it back up to 18, so they just both get to go to 18. So it's basically kind of a 2-cost Scarlet Spider, right? Which is actually way better for a Shulao deck, because sometimes that turn you play Scarlet Spider, you don't always get to play something with it, you know? I mean, sometimes you do like Kitty Pryde, etc., but you know, not always. So it's just like I don't know, it's just like a 2-cost Scarlet Spider, as long as you have Luke Cage. Now there is some opportunity cost there, so I don't know if it's actually better from the data or not, but it's just crazy. I don't really understand why it counts as having lost the power. A swap is interesting. I don't know. I bet it was an unintended consequence, but also maybe not that bad. I'm not sure. Hey, I see a Patriot. I'm happy. I see rocks. I'm happy. Pet Mansion's pretty chill. Yeah, let's do that. Rhino. Debris is pretty sweet too. Do you put a rock mid or do you put the debris mid? Maybe the debris mid. Rocks don't usually get up to 8 power anyway. I just want to. I'm gonna have like 3 cards there. I don't want to be too locked in, right? So having 8 is nicer than a bunch of small rocks that we have to scale, even though we can scale. We'll risk your collector. Isan. Isan could pull some rocks, actually. That's pretty cool. All right, debris. Iron Lad, yeah, let's rip it left. I feel pretty confident about that. I mean, you could try to beat the Iron Patriot, though, if you want. I mean, 7's enough that it's, like, close. Maybe, yeah. If it hits a Mr. Sinister, it for sure wins. That's the one thing. It's, like, it's insane with Mr. Sinister. Oh, my God. I am so good. I'm actually so good. That's another reason I think I like Iron Lad better than Mysterio, although, or excuse me, Mr. Sinister better than Mysterio in this deck, but I don't know, that's still pretty debatable. God, I'm so good at the video game, it's crazy. It's really hard to be this talented. Yeah, I mean, either spot the White Tiger goes here, you don't feel too locked in, but I will say we're pretty crappy left in this case. So you're kind of saying, hey, I'm going to try to win the other 2 spots. So what you could maybe do instead is say like, hey, I'm just going to White Tiger here, and that way I'm kind of covered across all 3. Because they don't have a scalar right, they do have a scalar mid, but you're only able to add 8 points right. But I mean, I guess 8 points is still quite a few. I think that might be fine. That's probably good news, because now we're strong in all 3 spots. That is bad news, because that kills all my cards I care about. Dang, dog. I mean, you still have to rip the Patriot Mystique, right? But, dang, dog. I hope we lose stuff like an Iron Lad. Just, like, kill an Iron Lad only, right? That would be perfect, actually. Just hit Iron Lad and nothing else. Just target the 4-cost first. Because if you hit, like, you know, 3 rocks, I'm screwed. Or maybe even if you hit, like, a Sinister clone, and a couple rocks, I'm screwed, right? I need them to hit Iron Lad first. Well, first they got to finish it, which they definitely can, but it might be awkward for them. You know, the Iron Patriot card's expensive. The Coulson cards might not be that good. You know, maybe they got like a Hobgoblin and they're scared to play it. Actually, does Hobgoblin work? Because he does seem to look at cards on board, and it's like, if it goes to my side, I wonder if it even works. It seems like the play check here that Gambit does care about like the card existing on board. It's not like it activates when it leaves your hand or whatever. It seems like it's more about like being there. I don't know. Hopefully we don't lose Patriots and Mystiques, but honestly, even just losing rocks could be its own separate problem. Heimdall's crazy, dude. Oh, this Gambit's gonna decide it all, man. This Gambit just decides it all. That's fine. Woo! Dodge. Okay. Scary. Scary. We did lose the Sinister Clone and the Rhino. Okay. That's not too bad. Oh my god. Squirrels. I was gonna play a... Well, actually, you know what? Screw it. Squirrels into Sandstorm. Let's do it, dude. We're in. I don't care. Like, let's freaking go. I love it. That's what we're about anyway. We got Kazar. Now all we need is... Although we are eventually going to run out of space, like Patriot. We need space for like Patriot, Mystique, Blue Marvel, but then like where are the Sandstorms going to go, right? Opponent loses a Galactus, which... Come on, dude. Their one most useless card. They didn't need it anyway. What a ripoff, dude. Absolutely garbage. Maybe they have Killmonger, though. Who knows? Kind of a perfect Sandstorm. Galactus first steps as well. The double Galactus deck here. Okay. Aunt May's. I don't know if I can play anything right now. I think we need to wait. There is a chance that if I don't play my rocks right now, that we don't get to play Blue Marvel and Patriot and Mystique. I guess that's pretty unlikely. I mean, this does ensure they're both going to different places, which is pretty nice. This leaves me 4 spaces on board. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, in theory, this is actually fine. You know, it would be nice to snipe that chamber as well. Great. I didn't want to play the rock right because then, you know, Luna we lose, but that does give me a potential early Marvel if we hit it. I think you probably just have to go Kazar though still, right? So you have to Marvel exactly. Like, Iron Lad's a decent play, but it's just risky. I mean, it seems like left is lost, because, like, Chamber is already going to be a monster. Luna's a monster. But also, like, the problem is wherever that Galactus First Steps goes is also probably lost. I mean, Kazar is a monster power dump, but not enough. Electro into Jennifer. Okay. Wow, we hit the Patriot. I'm gonna throw him left because, like I said, I think left is a lost cause anyway. And then next turn, I'm gonna go either, if we get a Mystique, we'll just play Mystique, of course. If we, oh my god, they ripped the Galactus left. I feel like this gives me some space actually to win, maybe. I don't know. Pretty strong all of a sudden. Oh my god, Mystique is an insane hit. So Mystique still adds 6 points mid, which is 26-9. That's a 17-point lead. We do have priority though, so Foom is particularly problematic, right? I think if they're gonna play a Foom, they do it mid, right? So I'm gonna do this. Try to put the bigger card behind it. I think we still lose though, maybe, right? Foom's 18. And I'm 31. Well, 18-9 is not 31, actually. Maybe not. Hold up. Do you go? You can't go Iron Lad. I was gonna say, do you go Iron Lad, but you can't. We don't have the space. This might beat a Foom, dude. Do we beat Foom? Did I math this out right? I don't know if I'm this good at math, but 18-9 is 27, right? No, it's 31. Wait, 18. Wait, why is this bigger than I thought? Oh god! Because I forgot to account for the Mystique buff, but it's a freaking tie anyway, and we win the tiebreaker. 20-17. Unbelievable. I forgot to account for the Mystique buff hitting another +4. I said 27, but it's really 31-31. I mean, thank God we did maximize every point here and really picked our lanes perfectly, and we called the shot on the Fin Fang Foom. I mean, honestly, played it like honestly the exact right way, I think. Wow, Misty Knight would have been a better hit than a Rhino here, I guess, right? That was maybe the only way we could have won mid otherwise. Wow, the rocks though, dude, crazy. 14 points. These freaking rocks are 14 points. Oh, that one's bigger. They're really 11, right? 11 is cool.